Okay, good morning, Jess. This morning we're going to do the left reverse. If you're going to be asked to do this particular manoeuvre on your test, the examiner will ask you to pull over on the left a short distance from the road that you're going to reverse around, and he'll then give you the word picture. And the word picture that he'd give you is, I'd like you to use the road up ahead there to reverse the car, staying reasonably close to the curb. Move off when you're ready. So once he's said that, take about 5 or 10 seconds to have a think about the various points that you need to remember for this particular manoeuvre. So the first thing you need to do when you want to start to pull away is have your foot on the foot brake so that we can put it into drive. Once we're into drive, we will release the handbrake, and once we've released the handbrake, keeping your foot on the foot brake, we'll check the left door mirror, the interior mirror, ahead, right door mirror, and the right blind spot. So we can ask ourselves, is it safe? Would anybody benefit from a right signal? If it's safe, we can allow the car to move very slowly, coming off the foot brake. Once we're moving off nice and slowly and out to the normal driving position, we'll check what's following in the interior mirror and right door mirror to see what's overtaking. Keeping ourselves nice and slow, so we've given ourselves time to check into the road to see if there's any signs or any obstructions that would prohibit us from reversing into that road, so we can see it's nice and clear. We're also needing to be very clear that we need to try and assess the road to see how sharp the corner is. So we're looking to decide how much we might need to steer. If it's a very shallow corner, we'll start with a half a turn. If it's a medium corner, we'll start with 3/4 of a turn. And if it's a very sharp corner, we'll start with 1 full turn of the steering wheel to the left. As we're approaching the road, then we're going to do interior, left door mirror to decide if we need a signal, and we'll need to position ourselves midway between the two pens in the front windscreen, so that the left pen is the normal driving position, the right pen is the normal park position, and they're midway between the two. Are they midway between the two for you, Jess? See a little bit more? Yeah, that's it. So we're in a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we'll keep ourselves nice and parallel. And we'll signal it for someone to benefit, which it is now. And we'll come to a stop 2 to 3 car lengths past the junction. Then we're going to look over our left shoulder to look to see where the curb meets the rear windscreen for you. Now this is quite important because that's the point at which you need to straighten the steering wheel up when you're into the new road. So you can see where it is for you. Where is it for you, Jess?
The corner of the bump.
Corner of the bumper. The bump in the rear windscreen. So we can then keep our foot on the foot brake into reverse. Once we're into reverse, we'll release the handbrake as well. And we'll start with the right blind spot. Right blind spot. Right door mirror. Interior mirror. Ahead, left door mirror, looking over our left shoulder, looking out over the rear left window. If it's safe, we allow the car to move nice and slowly, keeping the speed nice and slow. Every 1 car length, we need to check all the way around, especially the right blind spot, right door mirror, interior mirror, ahead, left door mirror, looking over our left shoulder, out to the rear left window. Keeping the speed nice and slow, and we're going to check all the way around again, starting with the right blind spot, right door mirror, interior mirror, ahead, left door mirror, looking over our left shoulder, and we're looking for the curb to start to drop down the rear left window. So when the curb, inner part of the curb gets to the bottom corner, give me the command stop, Jess, please.
There you go.
Okay, we'll stop, and the reason why we need to stop, that's our point of turn, and we need to check around to see if there's any oncoming cars and the right blind spot to see if there's any, because this is when we steer, the front of the car could swing out into their path. If it's safe, we'll allow the car to move nice and slowly, and once the car is moving nice and slowly, we'll steer the amount that we said. And we're looking over our left shoulder to see if the curb is moving towards us. If it moves towards us, it means that we're going away from the curb, so we'll need to add 5 minutes of steering. If it goes away from us, we'll need to take off 5 minutes of steering because we're going towards the curb. Is it moving at all, Jess?
No.
So we know that we are got the correct amount of steering. Now at about a third to halfway around, the curb will disappear, and when it disappears, that's our cue to check around again, especially the right blind spot, the right door mirror, interior mirror, ahead, left door mirror, left blind spot, looking over our left shoulder, and looking out of the rear windscreen, because we're looking now for the curb in the new road to start to move along the rear windscreen.
Mm.
That's it, he's on the opposite side of the road, and what we're looking for, as we said, is for that curb to move along the rear windscreen, and when the curb is in line with the point that we set right at the start of the mover, which is about there.
Keep going.
Now, yes? Say, Jess?
A little bit more. Now.
And then we take our steering off. And once we've taken our steering off, we'll check our right blind spot, right door mirror, interior mirror, ahead, left door mirror, looking over our left shoulder. If you're safe, we'll check all the way around again. Start doing the right blind spot, right door mirror, interior mirror, ahead, left door mirror, looking over our left shoulder, and we'll go 2 to 3 car lengths into the new road and bring the car to a stop. Apply the handbrake into neutral, and then we can see that we are right where we started. And thank you very much, Jess.